In the late 90s and early 2000s, the sport genre of video games boomed in every category. The official licenses of every major sport were up for grabs, including the NFL, NBA, MLB, NCAA, NHL, and others. There were even developers that ventured out to make their sports game unlicensed, like Konami's Winning Eleven soccer series. The gameplay was so good that the licenses of official teams were barely missed, even though they slowly acquired them as time went on. Football in particular, compared to today, was especially rich in titles, and we as the players didn't know how well we had it back then. Not only were there several AAA competitors, but they also competed in different licenses. For example, Sony's football games were Game Day and Game Breaker, which competed against EA's Madden and NCAA football, which competed against Sega's NFL and NCAA 2K, that also competed against single license developers like NFL Quarterback Club and NFL Fever. Already, that is 8 AAA football games, and that's not even counting Arena Football, Tecmo Bowl, and the arcade games like Blitz and NFL Extreme. That's about 12 AAA football series all competing at the same time across the PlayStation and Nintendo 64, then later the Dreamcast, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. As the war between Xbox and PlayStation 2 raged on, one of the casualties was sports gaming. We all know the legendary story between EA, 2K, and the NFL back in 2004. 2K was an unbearable loss for football gamers. But other sports like baseball, basketball, and hockey were quickly losing games to the point where each license basically had only one game. There were exceptions to this, like in basketball and baseball, but the trend was quickly solidifying. One league, one game. Whether it's from marketing, profit, exclusivity, or the sheer cost of buying a league's license, the loser in all of this is us, the players. As we watch the corporate sports product played on TV, we see commercials for their game. Watch NFL the TV show, then play NFL the video game. It's all one consistent marketing stream. This is the new model for licensed sports games. The days of the late 90s and early 2000s are gone. No more in-license competition, no more variety, no more innovation. We the players are not without blame, however. Our addiction to buying anything with a licensed logo on it proved that many of us were willing to trade gameplay and innovation for player and team likeness, which in turn makes it impossible for new and innovative developers to come along and make a sustainable profit in the future. Exclusive licenses killed the sports gaming genre. Nowhere but in sports does this burden exist. The solution to this problem is to curb our addiction to licensed games. Yes, we all love playing as our favorite teams in our favorite leagues, but it will forever leave the sports genre, football in particular, stagnant. Danny Dugan from Axis Football and Dave Winter from Maximum Football were pioneers in the new unlicensed football market. Their efforts proved that players wanted something else, and now we are starting to get viable titles such as Sunday Rivals, Football Simulator, and the new Maximum Football under Modus. If we let these titles die, then we are in for a long and cold winter in football gaming.